And we're over a week past the midterm election, but there are still votes coming in, and some of those races are closer than you might think.
THV 11's Ian Russell shows us the race in Faulkner County that's separated by only a handful of votes and why election officials say they're committed to making every vote count.
There's a lot of work that goes into an election, including what happens behind the scenes to make sure your vote counts. And here in Faulkner County, that work is still happening. Election day may be over and the machines put away, but in Faulkner County,
we go until after Election Day.
The work isn't over.
We do everything to get an election ready for voters in Faulkner County.
Until every last vote is counted. And for Laura Wiles, county election coordinator, sometimes that's not the quickest process.
I mean, with over 8,000 votes in that district, you don't really expect it to come down to just a handful.
Looking through results from election night, there's plenty of races that were pretty easily decided until you get to House District 56.
It's going to be a 4-vote difference on election night, and now that's after the provisional ballots that has increased to 10.
Just 10 votes separate the two leading candidates for state rep, 4,051 to 4,041. And getting those results right is important, especially in a race this close.
It doesn't matter if the margins, if it's 90% to 10%, we're going to count every single ballot that can be counted.
Some have called for more transparency in election result counting in recent years. And while their process hasn't changed because of that, Wiles says she's encouraged with more people getting involved.
We had a lot of people here watching the process. And so that was encouraging to me because it made people see how much work goes into it, what all is that process in counting these ballots and making sure that every vote does count.
And that's always been the goal. Your voice, your vote, and your ballot matters.
I think the message is pretty clear in this race is that literally every vote counts. I mean, just a dozen more votes could have changed the outcome of this race. Your vote does matter, it does count.
In Faulkner County, Ian Russell, THV 11 News.
Military and overseas ballots have until 5 p.m. on Friday to come in, and Wiles says that's when they'll certify the results in that House district race.
Right now, incumbent Democrat Steve Maggie appears to have the slight lead over Republican Trent Miner.